In the sports world, the Masters. You've got the hat on right there. I just finally realized that. Christopher, you got your Masters hat on today?
This is about all we're going to see of the Masters for the time being.
Again, and this is part of the reason why the 2020 Masters tournament has been postponed. We heard the Players tournament that went on yesterday for the first round with fans, a bunch of fans there. The PGA decided we're stopping that tournament and then canceled a couple of tournaments before leading up to the Masters, and then the folks at Augusta, Georgia, decided to postpone the 2020 tournament. And again, I'm hoping that all the measures that we're seeing that the sports community has taken. We announced, we were here on the air yesterday when Broadway announced that they were shutting down for a month.
Yep.
And Carnegie Hall was shutting down, and the Metropolitan Museum of Art, New York City, major culture centers are shutting down their museums and their places for tourists to congregate. And that the sports world took major steps yesterday and the day before, and it all started with Ivy League. I mean, let's tip that Masters cap to Robin Harris, the executive director of the Ivy League. First ones to come out and basically say, we're canceling our entire tournament. Forget about playing it in front of no fans. And part of that, when she came on a couple days ago to describe the thought process about it, was that it's a smaller tournament. Just 4 teams make the conference tournament in the Ivy League. And thus, it wasn't being held in some major arena, in some, neutral site spot. It was held on campus in Harvard. And Harvard was doing its part to shut things down and sending kids home for the time being. And thus, no tournament. Because if it's on campus, that's what they're doing. That's what they're going to do, no tournament. And everyone was like, well, what are you doing? Now, you basically have something that is now totally acceptable. And the sports world, thankfully, taking the lead. And I think that has shaken this entire country, snapped our lapels to stand up and take notice. That we all have to do our part. Sports world, the entire culture world, pop culture world, we're all going to do our part to practice smart social distancing and take care of what we need to take care of in our world, so community-wise, there's less of a spread and we can spread things out and not threaten our healthcare industry. That said, I'm seeing online right now, and I will say this with all due respect to the people that attended the Post Malone concert in Denver, Colorado last night.
What the hell was that?
What are you thinking? What are you doing? Have you not gotten the idea, the grasp, the clue? Has the clue phone not rang to use? I know this is a different era of music. That you can't just keep rocking in the free world right now? What are we doing? Steve Kerr just tweeted something out, about a few hours ago. It's going to take all of us to commit to social distancing in order to turn the tide and get the virus under control. Please explain this concept to everyone you know. Well, that's what I'm doing in front of this microphone. That's part of the reason why we have all gotten, out of our homes to come here to the Rich Eisen Show studio. We take our figurative temperature every day to say, everybody good, let's come in and do this show. That's why I'm in front of this microphone. To use this microphone to anybody that's out there listening, to people who are watching on our YouTube page, let's all do our part and stay calm. And the way to stay calm is to be knowledgeable, to use the science to help us grasp what to do and how to go about things and how to stay calm. If we have the knowledge and we have the power within ourselves to do what we need to do to all get through this and get back to normal and make sure that the Masters is just postponed and not canceled. And then when we all can get back to the sports world, who knows when, all enjoy it with the people that we love, maybe your parents. How many people sit around the television set, generationally enjoy the Masters. I think many of us do. Let's make sure we can do that so the elderly don't get sick, don't have to go to the hospital, and don't die from this thing. So everybody who went to the Post Malone concert, because I think we do broadcast on a radio station in the Denver area, wake up, get a clue, stay home. Don't go into an arena and pack it. And I don't understand it. Hasn't the Colorado governor said you shouldn't be doing this? I don't understand it. Now then, for anybody out there who's saying, well, the workers in the Pepsi Center need the money, totally get it. Totally understand it. Hopefully, our leaders on Capitol Hill are going to pass something sensible enough to address the issue of people who will lose hourly wages due to this coronavirus. That people who have an issue making ends meet because these arenas are going to be shut down for sporting events and pop culture events. Hopefully that gets fixed. In the meantime, folks like Kevin Love, I tip my cap to you, sir. I tip my cap to this all-star player and all-star human being who donated $100,000 to the workers in Cleveland, Ohio, who work the arena for the Cleveland Cavalier games. And $100,000 is nice through the Kevin Love Fund in support of the Cavs arena and support staff that have a sudden life shift due to the suspension of the NBA season. I'm reading from his Instagram post a wonderful picture of him taking a selfie with a bunch of hard hats on the floor of the arena. $100,000 is a wonderful commitment from him. We need more. He needs more support. Dan Gilbert, where are you, bud? Step up. Everybody's got to do it. All the teams got to do that. Mark Cuban's already done that. All the teams have to do that. Let's step up. Let's not forget these folks. You got to remember these people. These are the people that are going to lose their wages and need those wages to make ends meet. Do you know who's freaking out right now? All the folks who work in Dodger Stadium, Angel Stadium. All the people that are going to work the Rose Bowl for concerts that are coming that I can't see how they're going to still do it. Those people are all freaking out right now because they've been planning on that April, May, and June money. Everybody's got to step up in the sports world to make sure that these people make ends meet. Because we can't have Post Malone concerts now, people. You can't go to them. You may enjoy it. And you may think nobody you know is sick and nobody you know that they know is sick. You don't know if you're sick. That's the whole idea about this. And as they're ramping up testing, and I'm hearing that testing is coming in a much more significant way by hopefully next week because we're so woefully unprepared and behind the eight ball here. Friends of mine who are in the healthcare industry are saying you're going to notice a difference soon. Thank God. Because we need to know who has it and who doesn't. And so many of you people, I went to the Post Malone concert last night. You may have it. You may have it. You don't know. Now you're walking around with it. You go and hug your mom, hug your dad. Guess what? Come on. Until we know, we don't know.